We are heading up a climb on the Moab Rim Trail, about a mile climb up with just under 1,000 feet. It's Friday night, and we're gonna lap it a few times.
Lap one done, 1.9 miles, a little over 900 feet. I think maybe a complaint or a warning of people doing TGC coming from the Mountain West. They spend all winter running on snow and then getting on the technical rocky terrain. Solid ground out on Gran Canaria is a little bit of a challenge and shock to the system. So that's one reason we're here. Feels really good to get out of the winter a little bit.
Yeah, it does.
I'm with Caleb behind me, where he's used to being when we run together.
As usual. This is midnight start simulation.
We're spending the weekend here in Moab, so personally, I'm still coming off kind of a hard, longer, flat effort on the road earlier this week. So my goal for this weekend is just get some solid volume in, relatively lower effort, but good volume, good vert.
This is Mike's idea of a good time. I think I'll do 3 laps out here with you guys tonight. If you do 4, maybe you'll decide to do 3 with me, which would be nice. And then like 3 hours tomorrow, 2 hours on Sunday. I'll probably aim for about 11 hours this week. And I'm at 3.5 right now. So need to kind of load the weekend.
We got some catching up to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be out here a little bit in the daylight hopefully tomorrow too, because it's actually really pretty. There's a really nice view of the Colorado River and Cane Creek Canyon. Caleb, do you think the darkness is your ally?
I think I can use it against others by, wait, here, show this. This is what it's gonna look like when I'm right behind somebody during Transgrancanaria, flashing their own shadow all over the ground right in front of them. That's my game plan.
Yeah, that's effective, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so it's obviously, it's January, it's UROY time of year. Got a lot of people talking. Now, Caleb and I happen to be graced with is it 2 years in a row?
Yeah.
2 years in a row, top 10 UROY runner here. We just started talking about whether or not we think Leah will be or should be in the UROY top 10 rankings again for 2024. Rankings come out probably sometime in the next, I don't know, week or two. It's January.
Monday.
They start Monday?
Yeah.
Rankings start coming out Monday. So we gotta decide.
Is that the same day this video will drop?
That's actually probably, it's probably before this video will drop.
Oh, then people are gonna think we cheated. Do you have like a newspaper or something?
Should I go first?
Yeah.
Initial impressions?
Wait,
Yeah.
First, can you recap what she did this year?
Okay,
What are we working with in terms of accomplishments?
let's talk about what Leah did this year. Leah, do you want to tell them or should I?
You go ahead.
Leah started
0.
with 400 miles at the Lululemon 6-day further event. Extremely impressive performance, not historic or record breaking by any standards.
Yeah.
Then a pretty, I thought, impressive turnaround then to Western States training via the Quad Rock 50 miler. First place there. Yeah, so a top 10, solidly top 10 historic time on the Quad Rock 50 course. And then Western States, another top 10 third top 10 in a row at Western States, with a 10th place finish there in still a PR for the third year in a row. 17:20?
30.
17:30?
3.
Okay, so 17:30, a time that probably would have won it the vast majority of years prior to this year and last. Well, Swiss Alps 50K, kind of a fun one for fun race, but a great effort. First place out there in Fiche, Switzerland. And then Run Rabbit Run 100 with a second place and maybe third fastest ever?
Yeah.
Third fastest ever on that course. That's a pretty freaking solid year.
Yeah, now that you say it, I'm more confident in my answer. I think that's a pretty solid year. I think I had forgotten about a lot of the results that don't get as much attention, like winning Quad Rock, winning the Swiss Alps 50K, that in the mind of UROY voters, I think they count for actually a surprising amount. They like to see a lot of results. I don't know that they should count, but they do count for a lot.
I think that Leah, as in the previous several years, showed a really impressive range with some really good performances at a very, very competitive Western States, Run Rabbit Run, and some other little bit smaller, more local races. But my gut is telling me that maybe if I were to make a list, she'd end up in my like 11 or 12 position. That's just my gut. I haven't actually made a list. I think there were a lot of really, really solid ultra runners from North America this year. So I have a feeling I would have Leah somewhere in like the 9 to 12 or so position.
I've been sitting right behind Mike. I think he makes a lot of great points. I think his conclusion of if I were to go sit down and make a list of the people who I thought should be in the top 10, it may have Leah. I think it would have Leah somewhere in the 10th to 12th position. However, I think one point Mike is missing is that this is not our list. This is what we think UROY voters will be putting.
I agree.
And
That is the other element.
that does not always match with what I think should be reality.
Would you put yourself top 10?
No, I put myself in 11th.
Okay.
I agree with everything you guys have said so far. I think I could rattle off the 10 people that should be ahead of me. Yeah, so let's do it. Katie Scheid, number 1. Courtney Walter, number 2. Some combination of Rachel Drake, Courtney Olson, 3 and 4. Emily Hawgood, 5. Mary Denholm, 6. Jasmine Lothar, 7. Heather Jackson, 8. Those two could be interchangeable, 7, 8. Yeah, Sabrina Stanley. Hannah Allgood, 9. Sabrina Stanley, 10. Me and Priscilla, 11, 12. Yeah, that sounds reasonable. But I will say, like you guys mentioned about the like honestly popularity contest in some ways, the Canadians don't seem to get good representation sometimes. So Jasmine and Priscilla, I would surmise that they won't be as high as they should be.
Jasmine is going to be the Drew Holman of this year.
Yeah.
This way to go.
Was that off the dome?
I'm off the dome. Did I miss anyone? So something I definitely didn't include there was like any of the dominant 50K ladies, like Annie Moreno, Tabor Hemming, MK Sullivan.
MK. Jen.
Lichter. So,
Is that because you're a biased UROY voter that favors 100 mile runners?
yeah, I mean, probably. Watch yourself, Mike. Yeah, I mean, I think like if you're thinking about how I just listed my top 10, that is heavy on the 50 mile, 100K, 100 mile participants, which I think goes back to the logic a lot of people have had in recent years. Like, do we just need separate categories? Maybe.
So this Moab Rim Trail was the loop that the first Moab Running Up for Air event used, which was just in April of 2024. And I did the 6 hour there, and it ended up being a marathon, like 26.9 miles with I think 13,000 feet of up and down. There's 13 laps of this trail, and I got to know every nook and cranny pretty damn well. So now it's fun to be back on it for the first time since April. Good morning. How are you feeling about today?
Feeling ready to get outside. Everybody's asleep, but I'm ready to go.
What are we doing today? Do we have a plan?
Don't really have a plan. It sounds like some people want to go shorter, some people want to go 4-ish hours. We'll see where we end up landing, but somewhere between 2 and 4 hours, I would guess.
While we were running last night, Aubrey and Franny arrived with Theo, their little one. So we'll have Aubrey on our runs today too.
Nice.
Get some of his takes on where Leah belongs in UROY, maybe.
Yeah. Or doesn't. Hold on.
What's up, dude?
What's up?
Good morning.
Wakey, wakey.
Who are you?
I'm the bed troll.
Morning.
Good morning.
Cheers.
I love running.
I'm so excited for this chafing to heal. I don't know how close we need to get to that.
Today I'll be rocking the normals. Chose these specifically because they're the only shoes that I have right now, and also because they really match the landscape well. As you can see, we've got this nice terracotta on the bottom here.
You've got a lot to deal with already.
It looks like an inner tube. Dude, you're bursting at the seams.
Yeah.
We got Morgan scouting the route out for us. We'll be probably going anywhere from 2.5 hours if your name is Mike or Leah to maybe 4+ hours if you're me or Aubrey.
We got Aubrey today.
Hello.
So we're on the Moab Red Hot 55K course today. Plan is me and Leah doing, I think, probably about 15 miles on the course. Caleb and Aubrey planning to go, I think, about the whole Red Hot course.
Red hot.
Maybe doing a couple more laps on the Moab Rim loop later this evening.
You recording this? Yeah, cafe. A cat cafe. Morgan can teach you.
Throwing that for later.
Yeah, this is a Stasha bottle. The desert's finest.
Aubrey, we were talking on our run last night. Based on what you know about ultra running, about Leah and everything, will Leah be in the top 10? And should she be in the top 10? Those are the questions.
Hands down, I'm giving Leah that #1 nod. #1 UROY. #1 T-Roy. #1 Roy. #1 for the Lake Roy. Reasoning is that you look at Leah.
You do, you look at her.
She's usually smiling. Look at this. She's smiling. Who else is having that much fun? I'm casting my vote for Leah, #1 in the Roy competition.
You see that crow circling overhead?
applying some hard lube.
Ooh, running with the boys.
Lala on the cam.
How long until she falls?
You're trying to take this little
I'm
shortcut.
trying to do that.
That shortcut
Fine.
would connect us, but the trail's back this way. Here's the tricky part. I don't remember if we're the red or the blue line, but I think we're the blue line.
Okay.
I think we're supposed to follow the red, but everything's in reverse because we're doing this course backwards.
Okay.
So I think that means we go
Which
this
way do you want to go, Aubrey?
I think we should probably go straight that
I
way.
got some aftermarket.
That was the guess. Think.
Welcome back. What'd you guys end up with?
30 piece.
30 piece?
3 nickels.
Just speed up after you lost me in Lala.
Yeah, 4 nickels at a time. It wasn't even the same run.
Back at the Moab Rim Trail for the 3rd time this weekend. The goal for this morning is do a quick little nice easy photo bop because we're here in the daylight for the first time and it's beautiful. And then Caleb's doing about a 3-hour run or so, and I'm TBD because I realized I've already done probably plenty for the week, so kind of chilling today. A little stiff this morning.
A little stiff. We're gonna take a second to warm up after yesterday's 30 piece.
A brisk 22 degrees this morning,
Really brisk.
but at least we're getting the sunshine and clear skies that you come to Moab for. Alright, so I really enjoy running and training and everything myself, but I also really like taking pics. So I do take a lot of photos of my friends on runs. What I'm doing today, this is kind of nicely set up because we can do a short little lap to a really great photo spot or several great photo spots, and then just go back down to the car, drop my camera off, and continue on with a good run. Because I have the luxury here of doing a pretty short little run hike and get some good photos, I'm taking a little bit bigger lens that's not as fun to carry handheld on a run as we make a wrong turn. Not as fun to carry handheld on a run, but because we got a short one here with it, it's worth it for the variety of photos I'll be able to get. So this is it's a Sony A7C, which is a nice compact full frame Sony body and a 24-70 lens. So bigger than what I would normally bring on a longer handheld outing, but worth it because I can get much better variety of some fun photos. We're about to crest the top of the climb here, get our first sunshine of the morning. And we should get a good view of the LaSalle's. Great weekend in Moab. That's a wrap.